Well then, colleagues, and those emotionally attached to medicine from a safe distance, please move a little closer to the monitors. Today let us travel briefly to May of 1796. London at that time was not only fog, carriages, and gentlemen wearing hats large enough to hide poor decisions underneath them. No, it was also questionable sanitation, open sewage, and smallpox, a disease enthusiastically deleting humanity with remarkable efficiency. Our main character, a rural physician named Edward Jenner, a man of curious intellect and, frankly, the kind of emotional stability required to perform medicine before antibiotics, electricity, or lawyers. Now then, Jenner noticed something peculiar while observing milkmaids. Entirely for scientific purposes, of course. He saw that those who had previously caught cowpox, a mild disease causing a few rather impolite blisters on the hands, somehow refused to develop smallpox itself. The real one. The version that turned human skin into what can only be described as a very tragic topographical map. Most people today would publish a cautious paper, apply for funding, hold 3 conferences, and create a podcast. Jenner decided to proceed directly to the dangerous part. Very British. Step 1. Biological material. Jenner collected a small amount of, well, let us call it clinical optimism from a cowpox lesion on the hand of a milkmaid named Sarah Nelms. Sarah had caught the infection from her beloved cow named Blossom. And yes, history preserved the cow's name, because nothing is more British than carefully documenting the cow. Step 2. The patient. 8-year-old James Phipps, the gardener's son. Now, by modern standards, an ethics committee reviewing this protocol would not merely reject it. They would activate a fire alarm and escort everyone out of the building. Step 3. May 14, 1796. Jenner made several small cuts on the boy's arm and introduced the famous cow lymph. James developed mild symptoms, a little fever, a little discomfort. And at this point, any reasonable physician might have stopped. But Jenner was committed, or slightly insane, as many pioneers tend to be. And now, the moment where every modern pediatrician listening develops a small, involuntary twitch near the left eye. Several months later, Jenner deliberately exposed the boy to actual human smallpox. Yes, real smallpox. No simulation lab, no consent form, no PowerPoint presentation titled Safety Considerations. Just confidence. And probably tea. And what happened? Nothing. James remained perfectly healthy. No rash. No fever. No catastrophe. His immune system responded with magnificent British politeness. Thank you. We have already seen this problem before. And thus, history changed forever. The word vaccine, by the way, comes from the Latin word vacca, meaning cow. So every vaccination we administer today is, technically, a small tribute to a very important cow named Blossom, which may be the only time in medical history that civilization was saved by both immunology and livestock. Naturally, the public reacted calmly and rationally, which is to say, absolutely not. People immediately began drawing cartoons of vaccinated individuals growing horns, tails, and hooves. As you see, anti-vaccine movements are not modern innovations. They are a long-standing human tradition, like overcooked oatmeal, or ignoring public health advice. But despite the fear, despite the ridicule, despite the truly alarming absence of legal supervision, the experiment worked. Smallpox eventually became the first, and still the only, human disease completely eradicated from Earth. Not controlled, not reduced, erased. Which remains one of the few moments when medicine looked directly at nature and quietly said, no. James Phipps lived a long life, and Jenner, to his credit, later built the man a cottage at his own expense. In medicine, we call this excellent long-term follow-up. In ordinary life, we call it decency. So next time you fill out a vaccination chart, or hear someone confidently explain immunology after watching 3 videos online, remember Dr. Edward Jenner, Sarah the milkmaid, Blossom the cow, and one extraordinarily calm little boy named James. Without them, we would probably still be treating infections with bloodletting, herbal smoke, and confident nonsense. Take care of yourselves, and, as always, protect your alveoli.